Good morning, everybody. Today, two very specific, true, concrete examples of how people react on the road in Thailand. And you always have a choice, and this is what I've learned. You can escalate, which will be the first quick story, or you can de-escalate, which will be the second story. And so let me get into it. Both of them occurred while I was riding my bicycle, and I'll put a picture of my bike in the thumbnail so you can see. The first one, I was riding along a beach road, and I hear the sound of a truck coming up behind me, and normally they just zoom on past, like really fast. But this one kind of idled behind me a little bit, and then I heard the sound of the truck's horn. So I'm on alert. The truck pulls over, and he's now on my right-hand side, but he does not pass. He kind of shadows me. And so we've got a horn, we've got him pulling up alongside me, not passing me, but running parallel to me. I look over. As I remember, the windows were tinted. I couldn't see who was in it. And I gave a peace sign like this. Everything's good. Like this. And then the truck pulled in front of me and did a slow crawl and didn't accelerate, forced me to actually slow down. At this point, that's 3 strikes, right? The horn, the parallel shadow crawl, and then getting in front of me and slowing down. So at this point, many bicyclists that I know will take out their camera and take a picture of the back of the vehicle just in case things escalate. In this case, I pretended to take a picture just to let the driver know, look, man, please keep going. I did not take the picture. And then the truck zoomed off, and I thought everything was okay. Blood pressure's up a little bit. I didn't understand why this big pickup truck took offense to me being on my bicycle on the road, but I was about to find out. A kilometer down the road, that truck had pulled over, and the motorist was waiting basically in the middle of this road. I'm going to leave out certain details so I don't give away the exact location, but I saw him standing there. I pulled up. I got off my bike, and I said, "What's going on, man?" He's like, "You gave me the finger." And he was fluent English speaker, but I detected like a heavy European accent, but he was very fluent. He was tall, lean, and in good shape. I remember that. And I said, "Man, I didn't give you the finger. I gave you the peace sign because you beeped your horn and then you got up alongside me." And then he said, you were riding in the middle of the road." I've gone down that road, and I'm not exaggerating, 120 times. I do it the same way every time. I try to stay as far over to the left as I can, and I never had a problem. And I told him that. I'm like, "Dude, I travel this road every day, and I don't understand why you are getting so angry." And then he changes the subject again. He goes, then you took a picture of my truck. And I'm like, yes, I did. Because I wasn't sure what you were going to do next. You can see when somebody when their anger is building, you can see it in their eyes. And he was close enough to me that I could definitely recognize that, right? He steps into my space within striking distance. A major escalation. And I said, man, step back. So he did. And we went back and forth. Looking back on it, guys, I realized, I'm somewhat responsible for all of this. Because you can escalate or de-escalate. And even trying to rationalize and explain what happened is a form of escalation, I think, with somebody who's about to rage. After the back and forth, he comes back into my space again, and this time I was not so nice. I said, man, get the F out of my face. Long story short, guys, I was thinking, please, don't let me have to defend myself, or worse even, guys, if somebody is intent on fighting you, then do you wait for them to throw the first punch and maybe knock you out? Or do you throw the first punch like in a proactive way to keep from getting hurt? These thoughts were going through my mind. In the end, I was able to get on my bike and go. But my blood pressure was way up here. And I was in a state of disbelief because I couldn't understand why this guy got so angry in a big pickup truck with me on my little bike. Now, I'll tell you the one modification that I've made is if I can see a bicycle path, no matter how crappy condition it is, I try to get on that as much as possible, because I know some motorists don't like bicycles on the road. So that's escalation to the point of coming to blows. Thank God nothing happened. The second one, I was in a little village. I was feeling good that day, and I was up on the pedals and I was going hard, which is unusual because I'm a fat old guy. But I was feeling really good, going really fast on my giant bicycle. SUV passed me, going at a relatively high speed, but no big deal. Safe distance from me, everything's good. What I wasn't planning for is that as soon as the SUV got past me, it would turn sharply left on a side road. When the driver did that, it's weird, guys, because you hear these stories when you're in big danger of possibly getting really hurt. Things slow down, and your brain just kind of goes into a different realm. And that's how I remember it. I could see that I'm not going to be able to avoid impact with the vehicle. So what I did on instinct was somehow slid my bike front wheel to the left, and then the rear of my bike slid and my right shoulder glanced off the SUV. I never came off my bike. I was straddling my bike, right leg on this side, left leg on this side. But what I remember once my brain came back to its normal state was I started saying this idiotic phrase over and over again as I stood there. You almost killed me. You almost killed me. You know, I don't know how many times I said it, guys. It's embarrassing, but probably 8 or 9 or 10 times. And I was facing the SUV, and it kept crawling for a while, but then the SUV stopped. And that's when my mind also registered in real time. This could be another dangerous situation, you fool. So, at the same exact time, the 2 front doors of the truck open like this. And then about 2 or 3 seconds later, I swear, guys, at the same exact time, 2 young Thai ladies, probably 20 or 22 years old, leaned out their doors looking towards me, with me going, "You almost killed me! You almost killed me!" Almost crying like a little baby, guys. I was so pathetic. And then but you don't have to believe it, guys, because it doesn't seem possible. But at the same time, the way I remember it, once they opened their doors at the same time, once they leaned out at the same time, one on this side, one on this side, in synchronicity, they did a Y and katod kap. I'm sorry. De-escalation. My mind was still reeling, but everything just kind of came down in a de-escalation way. It's not even a word, Steve. But after that, I was fine. And I said, "My pinlai." I didn't say "you almost killed me" again, because that would be the height of stupidity. And now I have regained control, and I was testing my shoulder out, and I realized that, hey, you know what, guys? I'm okay. Okay, kap kun kap, my pinlai, thank you. They continued down the side road. I continued down the road that I was on, and that was it. And these are the 2 true stories of my riding my bicycle in Thailand, which everybody knows. If you ride your bicycle, it's an extremely dangerous risk that you take every time. But if you're like me and you love bikes and you think they're good medicine, then you do it. You do it despite the risk. And so I just wanted to share that with you guys this morning, because I was thinking about it before I go on my bike ride this morning. I always say a little prayer to stay safe and, to try to make the best decisions while I'm the little guy on the bicycle on the road here in Thailand. So the bottom line is, and you guys, you have to visualize this and you have to practice it. It's a paradigm shift. You have to change your mindset. I know that I cannot escalate no matter what the situation is, no matter whose fault it is. And sometimes I make error, I have error in judgment, no matter what vehicle I'm on. And then I'm katod kap. We're all sharing the same roadways. Yes, it's like riding in a video game. It's unlike anything that I've ever experienced. But you can look at it as a great adventure, and then just say a little prayer every time before you get on the Thai roadways, because it's dangerous. And you have to learn the nuances and the rhythm of the Thai traffic. And 1 year in, I'm really starting to do that. But guys, thank you for tuning in. We really appreciate you guys. If you liked the video even a little bit, I never do this, guys, but if you want to like, subscribe, or the best thing it would mean the most to us is leave a comment. Maybe you have a situation on the Thai roadways or any roadways where things escalated or de-escalated. Would love to hear from you. and teach me something, and I can respond. And that way, we create a little community. Guys, thank you for tuning in this morning. I'm about to get on that bike and get after it. But until next time, take care of yourself and peace.